Right, 15th of July 2025. Kristen, this one sounds like it's got a big message for you. I've been trying to do you a personal read for your birthday, but every time I go to do it, the phone's not working, and yet it'll start for the morning ones. So I'm reckoning it's not time yet. But as soon as I can get it to work, I will do it. So this one though is called You'll Never Walk Alone, and it's by Gerry and the Pacemakers, which is why I thought it must be to do with you. Everybody else obviously, but there's something definitely in there for you. I can't remember if Gerry had a pacemaker even. So we've been talking about heart, haven't we? And the 14. There's definitely something going on there. So You'll Never Walk Alone, for those who are English, it is a massive, and I mean huge, football anthem for Liverpool. Now I don't want to say it's for the Liverpool team. It might be, there's more than one I think, but I don't know enough about football to tell you, but I do know that it's massive. So, Gerry and the Pacemakers, Liverpool. First house of Aries, Libra, and Uranus again. So rebellion, legal matters, somebody actually having the energy to take action. So 15 is the toxic situation again, isn't it? Capricorn, ambition. Well, there's Aries on the cup. It's hopefully in the reverse, because that will free us, break the shackles of whatever it is that's been holding us back. So let's have a look. There he is, thankfully, in the reverse. So free. And sounds like that's going to be tomorrow's song, because it's playing already in my head. Free to do what I want any old time. Free. So, Gerry and the Pacemakers, tomorrow will be free. I have to remind myself of that. I don't know what that's by. I shall find it. So there it is. Somebody's running on empty. Unfaithfulness, loss, depression, drained of love, issues with children, child abuse, childhood trauma or trauma from the past, 6 months is mentioned. A celebration or an invitation that's either not received, not given, or is rejected. Somebody can't attend. May the 1st, the norns, past, present and the future, all colliding, and it's not happening. So we have to come out of our comfort zone. That 13, Scorpio energy, it's about shared resources and the reproductive organs. Stop grieving, especially the past. The past is over, the future's not promised, you have to live in the now. Transform your energy, shed that skin, become the butterfly you were meant to be. There is a cuckoo in the nest, a businessman, the Capricorn energy, ambition, the watermelon, the name William, the Taurus and the ox. I was born in the year of the ox. It is someone who was once adopted into the family and now is a dangerous enemy. The answer is yes. Happiness will return once you're free from the toxic energy. There is a homecoming to who you truly are. Been through the wars, but now we're coming home. So, both major arcana is fantastic. The minor arcana, I would say, with 2 nines and they're both positive, you're almost there. You're nearly there. There's one thing left to do. So 13 then, the only card that matters, really, and it's about shedding a skin, death and rebirth, new beginnings. Yeah, legal matters, Libra, 8 or 26, documents, arguments, unfairness and imbalance. Yeah, bosses, father figures, government officials, priests, anybody in power, kings, presidents. There we are, the highway. 4 and 31, it is Aries, but that will bring lack of success and no protection. The Emperor's new clothes, somebody thinks they're cleverer than they are, and they're very vulnerable. But now we have all the cards that we need for this read, because suddenly, out of nowhere, this cup is now full. Something happens, perhaps the birth of a child, that brings back happiness, that brings back joy to life, that brings back life to life. There are medical issues where people feel isolated, alone, lonely in a room full of people, half erased. Not just medical issues, but those situations where you have to go through something alone and feeling alone. 6 and 24, there you are, Kristen. Adam, Eve, Lily and the apple tree. A choice you don't want to make, but you have to. Or a choice that you made that you know was wrong. But miracles are about to happen. Siblings, children, school days. The masks are off. You see things clearly now. You're clear of mind. Someone new may enter the picture. somebody that works with blades. This cups or wood we've been through before, a chef, surgeon, hairdresser, or anybody that works with blades. And we've got the cups, the discs and the wood. Whichever way you see that can be in some small way. But again, it's hands, arms, shoulders, it's children, it's siblings, it's twins. 1 and 28. So 6 and 24 is negative. Love unconditionally. Remove yourself from toxic situations. You must love yourself as much as you love others. Not in an egotistical way, just so that you are protected. Yes, there is a child. There is definitely a child, or some sort of celebration, possibly born in the year of the dog. Yes, yes, twice yes. So if you have any question, you've been doubting yourself because you think, I don't want to make the wrong decision. Whatever you decide is right. They agree with you. We've got pasta there. What is that? That seems very strange. That's like spaghetti bolognese. And I wouldn't have thought they'd been around in them days. Yeah, definitely now. A homecoming. Coming home to who you truly are. Home is where the heart is. Home is not a home without a fire in the hearth, food on the table and a welcome at the door. So, some legal matters about homes, maybe. Somebody is toasting someone. Good health. Cheers. Yeah. 18. So the song, when you walk through your storm, hold your head up high. That is exactly what she's doing. There is light at the end of the tunnel. You may be torn between two people, two situations, two properties, whatever it is. But there is a baby in her arms and a dog at her feet. So again, the dog and the baby, massively important. 18. So you will tread carefully, and you will get through this dark period. Yeah. Number 10, change for the better. The wheel of fortune turns in your favour. A gamble, a risk. There is someone here that is holding you to ransom though, or holding something you love to ransom, so that you make a decision in their favour. 2 weeks. Mercury retrograde. So revisiting a problem, re-looking at it. Somebody thinks they've got you over a barrel. Illness, bad temper, so there is health issues here. The heart, the back. Cowardice, lack of backbone. Again, 8 and 26. Power struggles, somebody trying to control you. Don't dim your light to fit in. 17, Aquarius energy. Follow your North Node, your true life purpose. Don't lose hope. Pandora left hope in the box. Chaos is to be faced. And when you do, there will be hope, healing and freedom. 17. All very, very good cards. Not walking away from this. I'm going to stand up and face it. 8 months. Don't sit on the fence. You have the decision to make. You've got 2 twos there. If you have a decision to make, you chuck a coin up in the air, and before it lands, you know what the answer will be, because you'll be hoping and praying that it lands a certain way. So, yeah. New team, new foundations, new beginnings. It will pay off within 3 years. The green light of go. Love yourself first. And this, whether in the living or in spirit, is a divine couple. Love is unconditional. They fill each other up and in the process heal each other. They are whole. They are perfect divine couple. meant to be. So, study again though, learning, somebody graduating. First house we know is of babies, of birth, death and rebirth. So Aries again, head, face, your place of birth or your immediate environment. The colour white, which is your crown chakra. The self, the incarnation, your image, your separateness, your individuality, your physical characteristics and your personal appearance. Expectations of your environment. This is where your identity is formed. How directly individuality is expressed is coloured both by the sign of the first house and the planets within it. So look at your first house. But people are not always what you would expect. Given the nature of the planets, a pushy Mars may give the appearance of dynamism, but if it's masked in a placid southern sign, not much is actually going to get done. Venus in the first house may cloak a ruthless nature, and placed in pleasant Libra masks the deviousness of power-hungry Scorpio Sun. When two signs fall in the first house, a planet such as Mars in the second may reveal unexpected, aggressive nature behind an apparently subservient facade. So the masks are off. You will see people for who they truly are now. Uranus in Libra. So this is rebellion, but legally this place urges expression of individuality in relationships, which may be explosive or highly unconventional. Social values may be revolutionised. That needs to happen. So, Taurus says you are protected from the stings and the bites. Reactive force, so no knee-jerk reactions. Reaction is a good thing. Directed force of destruction and defence. So if you have to destroy it, fine. If you have to defend yourself, fine. There will be conflict, instinctual will, vital eroticism, regenerative catalyst, a tendency towards change. Massive change, and there's a change. So change it is then. There is ours. Thorazaz is the third rune, Thor, so Thursday, it's about boundaries. Put your boundaries in place. The letters TH, the thorn is the most sharp, so the thorn in your side, an evil thing to take a grip on, extremely grim for any man who rests among them. So you find no pleasure in this, having to put your boundaries in place. This is a sharp thorn. By extension, it also suggests a blade, a knife or a fang. Therefore, the rune is also associated with the deadly bite of a serpent. So this year, the sound of the letter 2 resembles the hiss of a snake as well as the sound of a sword makes when it's drawn from its scabbard. So, clarity then. The first syllable of the rune Thur or Thurs survives today in Thursday, the name of the 5th day of the week, which literally means Giant's Day. But it's also associated with the mighty god Thor, who was something of a giant, even among larger-than-life deities of Asgard. It's the ancient title for the thunder god, and it has been suggested by some that he forms the rune representing Thor's hammer, although others think that it merely shows a single thorn on a stem. The rune Thorazaz suggests boundaries, which in Old Norse times was often marked by thickets of hawthorn. Aries, well done, spirit. So, by extension, it is important to know your own limits. When this rune appears, hasty decisions made now will be regretted. So it is definitely not a time to forge ahead regardless, because of the rune's association with sharp objects, fangs and snakes. Thorazaz may indicate a time of personal risk. There may be people around you who are being less than honest or who don't have your best interests at heart. In business, especially, extreme care must be taken, for there is a danger of being let down or betrayed. However, this can only occur if you're not sufficiently vigilant, so don't sign anything without reading the small print. Don't let others influence your decisions. You must be warned. The rune may show that you will soon have to defend yourself and your actions in some way. However, it may also indicate that luck will arrive in the guise of a challenge. Tradition states if used as a charm, this rune will blunt the words and weapons of your enemies. So you have to think carefully about any decisions and don't agree legally because it may come back to bite you later on. The duck and the chrysanthemum. Luck. Number 10. So now it's in reverse. So it's a run of bad luck. It's changing now. It's transforming. So if you're going out to dine, don't eat the duck. The lucky duck is just a light-hearted rhyme. Ducks can be a symbol of good fortune. There is a thing called a lucky duck in a little village in North Yorkshire called Whitby on the east coast. So that may have some importance. In ancient Egypt, ducks were associated with riches, especially gold, and frequently given as offerings to the gods. Likewise, chrysanthemums, bursting forth with long and elegant petals, signify abundance. Luck can be a fickle and mysterious force, but it is also, as Roman philosopher Seneca once mused, what happens when preparation meets opportunity. So be prepared. You are on shaky ground. Take care to get your ducks in a row. Do some research before you take the action so that you don't make a mistake. How can I prepare for the future? Is destiny mutable or is it set in stone? Nothing is set in stone, but you may have to revisit something because you realise you've made a mistake. The bleeding heart, yeah. So heart problems, especially with a pacemaker, somebody grieving a loss, heartache, sorrow, loss, separation. Bleeding heart. And number 3 again. So that 3 is very important then. Decentra spectabilis. Mars and the Sun. So anger, war, illumination. Aries and Leo. Fire signs, yeah. Oh, so Sagittarius as well, but they haven't made a look in this today, which is strange because they've been in it every day. Bleeding heart is one of the most evocative plants of flowers. Look like the traditional simple image of a heart in art and folklore, with a drop coming out of the bottom, implying drops of tears or blood or the act of being pierced. Native to Asia, there is not a lot of tradition, witchcraft folklore associated with it. It's quickly embraced by many modern witches as an ingredient in love magic. But as we know, you cannot enchant someone to love you, because as soon as true love walks in, the spell is broken. So perhaps it's not the best for conjuring love. Modern witches crush the live flowers as a source of divination, with the red juice indicating yes to love and the white indicating no. A bleeding heart is a beloved ally in the world of flower essence and plant spirit medicine. Exactly as one would imagine. They heal the wounded heart. The spirit of this lovely plant helps people release grief. There we go, coming out of our comfort zone. Be it from the loss of a loved one in death or the loss through the ending of a relationship. Bleeding Heart helps us recognise and release codependent relationships, choosing short-term pain in order to move towards health rather than long-term suffering. In chakra healing, Bleeding Heart balances the heart chakra and keep empathy without being drained by others, by recognising what true compassion is. So give but don't give everything. It is in reverse. When the bleeding heart is reversed, you are stubbornly refusing to release unhealthy attachments and old wounds. You have built identities around your wounded self and fear who or what you will be if you let them go. So you dim in your light, don't dim your light to fit in. You are holding back tears and pretending things are good when they're not. It's time to be honest with yourself. Your heart is whole and should be open to love. So open up, don't close yourself off, because Spirit don't want that. Thanks for listening. Speak soon. Love and light. Bye-bye.